Hey guys, and we are here with some more Rise of Mordor, and this is the Rise of Mordor official tournament that I have been asked to kind of commentate over these this semi-final battle, or battles, as it is a best of 3. And yeah, I was asked to go over this. So my name is Pope John Paul, and yeah, I have been tasked with showing you these 2 epic Rise of Mordor tournament battles that are taking place between Smokey and Wiseletman. I believe that Smokey is the Linden elves here, and we have over on this other side we have Wiselet playing as the as Mordor, as the hordes of Mordor. So this could be a very interesting one for sure. Obviously, like, Mordor's got the masses, but like the elves of Linden have like very elite small armies. You can see like the numbers are very like outmatched basically. Mordor has a lot of men, going on like 3,000 men, and Linden is just about over that 1,000 man mark, and obviously has a lot of very elite cavalry that can match the elite cavalry of Mordor. They're Sons of the Eye, some of the most deadly cavalry available in this mod. And yeah, this is certainly going to be an interesting one. As you can see, looks like we have a bit of a charge going off here by the Noldorian equestrians. Look like they're going to go and try and go in for some of those Uruks, maybe? No, they're Orc Rabble, I do apologise. They're going to go in for this cavalry, for the archers here, the cavalry, and that will be a very nice charge in there, doing a little bit of damage. I mean, Mordor probably isn't too phased by that. It is only Rabble. As you can see, they're sending out a lot of the rest of their cavalry out here to match this one unit of Sons of the Eye. That's how worried they are a bit of it. But they did not realise there is so much Haradrim in the forest here, and they're getting charged now by the Haradrim cavalry. And they got the charge bonus off there, so they should do okay in that in that combat. They are very light though, so obviously they will probably lose that in prolonged melee. The Sons of the Eye now going in, doing their bit, and here we go. We've got the cavalry charging in here into the Mordor rabble, and in they go, just knocking them down. And they're not even there. That is a very nice charge. One little thing I will just like mention while this battle is taking place is that there is a Haradrim like unit all the way over here, Vassal's Southron cavalry unit here, that could come in behind, do a lot of charges onto these Noldorian archers, and go for other like stuff in the rear, possibly like infantry. Who knows? We have infantry here. We have some Uruk Throng, which are a pretty solid unit. I mean, Mordor sometimes I find gets a lot of like hate because it's one of the weaker factions. It's not like elves, it's not like dwarves, but I think they're a really good faction, and certainly like a 1v1 scenario can do very well, especially with the numbers they have. They can overwhelm much more elite armies. Unfortunately there, you can see their vassal Southron cavalry has broken for Mordor. You can see we have some guards of the teeth now going in. Their polearms going to try and influence that fight. It looks like they're forming square, or trying to form, like, reform up. I'm not really sure exactly what they tried there. Getting shot by archers and charged by cavalry. It's a polearm's worst nightmare. Unless the cavalry's obviously charging them head on, then they'll love that. As you can see here, the vassal Southron cavalry on this side as well, also getting cleaned up with the Linden Linden's equestrians, and their like swords doing a lot of damage there. And as you can see, it looks like Mordor's holding the line for now, but he's certainly losing on this flank here. You can see his swords are being beaten by the just really elite double-handed swords of the of Linden. Maybe they want to... Oh, they have actually got cavalry over here that are now, like, taking part in the fight. They're actually sitting in rabble as well to try and help beat these Noldorian equestrians. Never really seen that before. That's certainly an interesting play. I would have thought have the bow rabble maybe around the back to do, like, some rear shots. Maybe it would be a better idea. But clearly not. You can see the generals now in here. We have the Sons of the Eye. Some Orc pillagers now. They should be able to take out this Noldorian equestrian, like, assault here. But the vassal Haradrim, again, breaking. They're just not that great. They're just there for like guerrilla tactics and for like going after archers maybe. As this one, as you can see, is soon to be going after. It is still hidden. They've kept that hidden for a very long time. You can see the entire line there is like losing for the orcs. As you can see the cavalry coming in here. These Noldorian equestrians just doing so much damage to this orc like battle line at the moment. Got caught here by Uruk Throng though, so they may be able to kill a few of these cavalry off, but they're still doing really well. Polearms over here. This guards that he's so elite as well. See this thing get like surrounded by elven swords is just disheartening. We'll put it like that. It is very disheartening. These wicked blades though of the of the pole arms are certainly going to get a few kills, even if they do die. See, a lot of the summons they are actually losing in here. The pole arms now in here. They've got more guards of the teeth involved there. They've got their pillagers in. But yeah, the bow rabble breaking here. The Uruk throng in combat. We've got a rear charge over there from the Vassal Southron cavalry. Finally making a decision to go in. Went in and supported the combat instead of going to like attack these archers, which may be a better idea. I don't know. They are actually losing in combat. It's a really, really rough attack for them. Those like light cavalry just do not like do well when they're getting shot by archers. These Noldorian archers as well, pretty elite, so they can like get some easy. They've got good accuracy. They're not going to miss those shots. You see that the Uruk throng look like they might win here. Possibly. It's hard to say. I mean, certainly with that charge, certainly helped, but they actually are wavering now. They have the numbers as well. You see here the shipwright nobles with the general cleaning up these Uruk throng. They're just so good. And as you can see at the moment, it looks like balance power gone very much even at the moment, and like the elite elves are certainly turning this battle around. Like the masses of Mordor are just not able to do it at the moment. So they are getting traps in here. They should do okay. They are melee cavalry. Certainly should perform better than the shock cavalry, the spear cavalry that relies more on a charge and that shock ability than just prolonged melee. And the polearms losing in here again. These polearms have just been caught out of position every single time. Are they breaking? No, they are just trying to fall back, I think. They're going to lose a lot of men from doing that. That is a very, very risky business. I think they need to try and take out this elven general. But that may not be possible at the moment. You see this Sons of the Eye over here. It's being pinned down. It's a fresh unit as well. It's being pinned down for a long, long time against this Noldorian equestrian here. And yeah, that's just like unfortunate. I feel like if this unit was like able to get out and like mobilize it and then rear charge all these swords, it could have changed the battle. I think they need to get like some shock infantry or something in here just to like pin this unit down, and then they could have pulled the Sons of the Eye out and then maybe gone and done some more like active stuff with it. Like it being pinned down in combat, it's all well and good. It's killing a cavalry unit, yeah, but there's like 4 or 5 other Noldorian equestrians right now that have been running around just doing so much damage. As you can see, these Sons of the Eye, I mean, they're doing okay now. This general's actually losing, I say that. They need to be careful. Don't want to lose that general. Mordor will master out. He's already in a pretty rough position. I think this is going to be one for the elves, though. As you can see, they've just broken that center with their shipwright nobles. And yeah, it's now looking like they are going to be able to support this cavalry fight with their own infantry, which is what Mordor should have done. And now he will be able to just clean up what is remaining of Mordor, and that is going to be the end of the first battle. By the looks of it, it's just going to be a Mordor defeat and an elven victory. And there you go. The Sons of the Eye general is dead all the way over there. He's actually, yeah, died with a fair amount of his bodyguards still remaining, which is a shame. These polearms, I think, were probably a bit of a waste. I would have probably brought maybe like the Morgul Legion, brought a cheaper one. And like maybe just save some money, because you may have got the same effect out of them and you would have been able to spend money elsewhere. But yeah, there you go. So oh yeah, Wiz was playing as the elves, and you have Smokey playing as Mordor. So there you go. I think I might have mixed them up accidentally. I do apologize, but there you go. Yeah, Wiselet doing very, very well with his cavalry and with his sword, like his shock infantry, did very well. The Sons of the Eye, yeah, certainly did not like get the amount of kills for their like their cost. Obviously a big target for Lyndon to pin those guys down and get them killed. But anyway, we will now move on to the second battle, so I'll see you guys in a moment. So here we are here with the second battle, and we have Dol Guldur being played by Smokey over here. Got some Guldur glaives getting ready for battle, and then over on the other side I do believe we have Isengard being played by Wiselet, who is obviously won the first battle as the elves of Lyndon, so he has that little bit of an advantage. So it's all on Smokey really to win this second battle if he wants to then go into a third and deciding battle. As you can see that it's going to be a battle of the evil forces, both like notorious for their pikes as well. You've got like the Uruk pikes here, and you've got Dol Guldur's pikes on the far side. Numbers massively again in favour of Smokey, but that's mainly down to these Mirkwood Rangers with like 260 men in a unit. And you can see we've got some spears going in now. I think these are the Phantoms going in against those half-orc and half-orc axes and those Uruk-hai infantry. So we'll have to see how these guys do. I mean, Phantoms probably will lose this fight because they're fighting shock and these are probably better swords. But these guys will fight to the death. They're like undead units. So they'll fight on until the very last man. They'll take those units to kill every single one of those 160 men. Goldor Glaives here fighting against Berserkers. I would imagine Berserkers will win this fight. I don't know who got the better charge off. But Berserkers are a much more elite and much more expensive unit. So that's just kind of my guessing there. Over on the far side, you can see the main infantry starting to clash now. We've got the Uruk-hai infantry fighting against the Goldor Blades. Both of these factions have really like solid armor. Like you can see, like Isengard with their thick armor. Same with Dol Guldur. Interested to see who will win this fight. Wyan Storm's going in. General being sent in very early on against the Wraiths. I mean, not bad places in the General in, I guess, but he kind of gets pinned down against units. Again, Wraiths, very much like the Phantoms, just the sword variant, will fight to the last man. So this General, I mean, yeah, he'll win this, but he'll be stuck here for a long time. He's got to kill like 160 men. And you can see we've got General Champions Dol Guldur coming up. We've got crossbows here for Isengard, just focusing him down. So that is something that they'll have to deal with. Neither side has cavalry in this game. Oh, we've got General versus General now. As the Champions Dol Guldur go in here. They're obviously at risk of being shot in the rear, though. This is the thing. These crossbows are now just sit back and they'll fire point blank range into them. Got more Phantoms against the shock infantry here. We have Champions Dol Guldur against Berserkers. This will certainly be an interesting match. Both now sending in their top tier shock to fight each other. It'd be interesting to see who will win this one. I would have thought again maybe the Berserkers would win this because they're like smaller unit, but I might be wrong. Champions Dol Guldur are a solid unit. I've got the Pikes now engaged as well for Isengard. They're trying to like make their influence on the fight, keep units at bay with their long pointy pikes. And looks like these Goldor Blades are going to have a tough time breaking through this pike phalanx. It's a long battle line here, and you can see that these Goldor Glaives are losing in combat actually to a basic Uruk-hai infantry. Like they're not even going to be like beaten by like shock or the shock. It's just going to be just the basic swords, which is a worrying sign obviously for Dol Guldur. The Pikes here though trying to like flank around and trying to change this fight in favor of Dol Guldur now. But it may not be the case. You can see these Mirkwood Raiders breaking 170 men. These poor men. They don't do so well. Yeah, these Phantoms, as I expected, are losing decisively. But like I said, will they be able to like just hold on this flank just to allow other areas of the battle to go in favor of Dol Guldur? These Javis, Mirkwood Raiders need to get some good like volleys into the back and stuff. Maybe like a rear shots into these Berserkers here. This would be a good good thing to aim for. You're going to see that in a moment, I think. So we'll just stay here and wait for a volley from the Mirkwood Raiders. Yeah, these Phantoms just getting chopped up. Are they going to fire? Maybe not. Oh, there they go. Firing off now. Hopefully we'll kill a few of these guys shooting into the back. Certainly will do some HP damage to them. Help even up that fight a little bit for the Phantoms. So that is good to see. Actually, they're still losing those Phantoms. That is not a good sign. More Javis are required. The crossbows have been caught here by some Goldor Blades who have broken through. Looks like they've won their fight here. And they've beaten these Pikes, actually. These Uruk-hai Pikes have lost a lot of men. And we actually have a General dead. There you go. Dol Guldur's General has been killed. A charge here from some Wyan Stormers has helped kill him. And he, on the way pulling out, he died. I guess chopped down as he retreated. The Wraiths now holding the line. Looks like this. I mean, send this General unit back in. Might as well now. Maybe just go for a flank on these units, or who knows. But Dol Guldur, I've found, does not do so well when it loses a General. Its morale can be shaken to the core. And yeah, there you go. You can see units breaking already. We have Goldor Glaives breaking. That's not a good sign. These Pikes are being attacked in the rear, though. I don't think was seen in this. And Smokey's getting some nice easy kills, killing this Pike unit off. These Goldor Glaives. Glaives and Blades sound very similar. You just got to be careful when I'm commentating. I don't say the wrong one. These Uruks over on this side seem like they're cleaning up the Phantoms quite nicely. They seem to not be able to hold back this tidal wave of shock and swords here. But the crossbows are firing into the flank. This unit firing into the flank of this Guldor glaive here, and are actually trying to influence it. The pikes have now turned around, facing the right way, and they should help clean up that Guldor glaive unit quite nicely. We've got some swords here, some Guldor blades about to go into the Uruks, or not into the Uruks, into the Berserkers, I should say. Okay, or we just change unit. Fair enough. But yeah, they're going in, and they should win this. I mean, they should win this fight again. The Berserkers. It's a weakened unit. General is certainly not helping like the influence of the battle. As you can see, the balance power is now massively in favor of Isengard, who has the numbers massively like just destroyed Dol Guldur. I don't really know what to say really to it. I mean, they've lost about 600 men and they've killed nearly 3,000, or they will have by the end of this battle, killed or routed 3,000 men. You can see the crossbows here flanking and shooting the flank of these Guldor blades, helping to rout them as they battle these pikes and crossbows here. Certainly, risking sending in a general early on by Dol Guldur maybe wasn't the greatest idea. Obviously, a very stretched out line by Isengard and Dol Guldur, so they almost had to commit everything that they had immediately. There was no real reserves being kept back. As you can see, general. Oh no, that is the. I thought that might have been the general for Isengard breaking. No, it's just the general for Dol Guldur finally breaking. If Isengard's general broke now, that would make it interesting, but I think he'd still be okay. You see here these Guldor glaives now just getting squeezed out, and these crossbows can now get in behind and they'll just rear shoot those phantoms who've already had a pretty rough time. As you can see, the Dol Guldur champions being broken. I actually think they would have won that fight against the Berserkers. Again, Berserkers, another unit like the Phantoms. They'll fight to the last man. You can see they're getting cut down, those champions. Which is like the advantage, I guess, that they have as the Berserkers. A smaller unit, they'll fight to the last man. Unlike the champions, which will break, but they have a larger unit. I think now the reason why there's like so much time left in this is just because we're going to see like these undead units, like the Wraiths. Yeah, they're now just going to be the ones that are going to survive, and they're going to have to be killed off to the last man. But as you can see, the battle is basically over. Dol Guldur is going to lose, and that is going to be Smokey out of the tournament in the semi-final. So Wiselet will move on to the final of the Rise of Mordor tournament. So well done to Wiselet. He's fought a good 2 battles. Certainly, I did not know if the Elves was going to be a good strategy. Mordor, I've seen like in the tournaments being pulled off quite a few times now. But he managed to do it. He managed to get that general as well for Dol Guldur really early on in this match. And managed to then just help chain route Dol Guldur, which does not do well when it doesn't have a general, I find. But yeah, certainly it was a very, very good one. Certainly used 2 factions. Well, Linden's actually a fairly good faction. Certainly Isengard I would not usually have used. I usually would want to have some sort of cavalry, but I guess when seeing Dol Guldur being played, not bringing cavalry may not be the worst thing in the world. But we're just going to fast forward a little bit now, because all it is just like seeing these Wraiths get cut down. Though these half-orcs are actually wavering. They might take a few more men with them, will the men of the Wraiths of Dol Guldur. They've broken those phantoms on the far right. And yeah, it's just these Wraiths left, which are all losing decisively. Which is to be expected, really. These guys, they're pretty good, but not against the elite troops of Isengard, really. And they're going to actually fall back their half-orcs here, and they're just going to like fire into the backs of these Wraiths. Break them a bit quicker, or kill them a bit quicker. Like I said, you cannot break these men. And yeah, they're gonna like get chopped down in a moment, and they'll be gone. And well, how many are left? 31, 18, 1. Where is this poor one guy in here? Oh, he's just been chopped down. Poor guy. Surrounded by Uruks. Pikes breaking here, or wavering here. They might break. Again, they don't like the units aren't appreciating like their own friendly like missile fire going in here. Something you have to be careful about in like battles. But as you can see, it doesn't really matter. They have the men. They can afford to do this. These Wraiths just getting shot in the back by like hundreds of bolts. Still managing to stay like, look at these guys, like all their arrows in the back. Good charge from the shock infantry now. Will probably do a lot of damage. Maybe kill or an entire unit. Maybe not this 14, but could kill that 8. The half walker in here now. But yeah, it's certainly been a fun one to a fun semi-final to cover. Certainly thought that like Dol Guldur, like the masses of Dol Guldur and Mordor had a chance against like the more elite armies. Certainly like brings up that question of quality or quantity in this semi-final was certainly like answered. It's quality in this case was what was needed to win, not quantity. But yeah, there you go. We'll just fast forward against the end, and we'll see what happens. I don't think I'm gonna see any sort of surprise now. If we did, it'll be the comeback of the century. Like 2 wraiths take on and beat an entire army. I don't think they're quite that good, but yeah, there you go. The final one. I think he's trying to get out of there, run home to his undead family. But there you go. A victory for Isengard is complete. And there we go, a close victory, and we'll end the replay and have a look at some of the end results quickly. Yeah, the Berserk is doing especially very well, nearly getting 300 kills. These crossbows as well, very well used, getting like lots of rear shots, getting up to like 300 kills as well. And the infantry did quite well as well for Isengard. But yeah, again on this side, not like much that got into the hundreds. He's got some champions Dol Guldur that got into the hundreds. The Wraiths and the Phantoms just held the line, and I think he was relying on his like infantry to break through like some of the Isengard lines and just then envelop the rest that was being held up by these undead units. That's what I believe would be the strategy of Smokey here. But yeah, well done to Wiseletman, and unfortunately, yeah, and well done to Smokey as well for getting as far as he did. But like, it was just not quite enough in the end. But there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching these 2 battles. Certainly were 2 very fun ones to watch, and I will see you in the next one, I guess, probably when I cover the next semi-final. So I'll see you guys